experiences you've had doing it?
Perfect. So we started it 5 years ago, just as a group of kids. I just called my buddy Cade and I was like, hey, what can we do to help others? And we're all been avid shed hunters, or we think we're avid shed hunters. And at the time I thought, you know, people don't have money this time of year, but they might have sheds. And I was just getting into antler buying as a job. And so we started collecting them, and we used that money to buy families Christmas. And we started with one family the first year, a guy that had broke his back out of a job for a while, and they just needed some help. People get down on their luck. So over the past 5 years, we've evolved it to a little bit more than just sheds. We auction off sheds. We use social media to help raise this money. But it's been cool for me to watch everybody come in at once, like as sportsmen or non-sportsmen. There's so much fighting and things going on, but it's cool at this time of year, everybody can get behind one big cause that's bigger than us. And I was talking to my friend last night, and he goes, what's cool is you never know if you're if you could be in this situation. Like sometimes things just happen in your life. Sometimes you come across hardships, whether it's just cancer or loss of job, anything like that. We've kind of based Sheds for Santa off like, let's focus on helping those that would help us in that situation too. So as a kid, my family went through a pretty hard trial. My dad had a stroke at 39, and we pretty much lost everything. But I remember coming home one day just right before Christmas. We'd already had the talk we weren't going to get anything, and that was fine by us, we understood. But as we walked inside from a canyon drive, there was a Christmas tree completely full of presents. And I remember I was young enough that I was excited, but I remember watching my mom and dad break down, and my dad would never ever cry. And I remember watching him talk to us and say that people had donated their time and their money to come help us. And that really stuck with me. I was only 10 or 12 at the time, but as I've grown up, I've watched my parents reciprocate that back to people now that they're in a better place to help them. So it's been fun to turn that back and help other people, and it's been very rewarding to watch everybody else come and join. A lot of people that we've helped the first or second year that were just down on their luck, they're here today to come help us buy for other families now. So it's cool to see that all come around full circle. So it's been fun. We appreciate everybody. It's been a big group project. So thank you.
Sheds for Santa, baby. I got the envelope of the family. And then go get some presents for the kids and family.
So with Sheds for Santa, what happens is leading up into this day for the previous month, there's been a lot of shed auctions. Is usually what happens on Instagram or whatever social media platform. Somebody will offer to auction off their sheds or their deadheads. In our case, we auctioned off our RX-1 from last year, our Hoyt. But you just host your own auction on your own page, and whoever is the winning bidder will go directly to the Sheds for Santa website and pay whatever the highest bid was. And then Sawyer and his beautiful wife collect all the money, and then they are at this point they're also taking in families that need help. So you can also pass on families that you know that might need help to Sawyer on their website. So anyways, so they've got it very well organized that they get all the money, they have all the families, and they break them up into these little envelopes, and so they got the money, what they think is what it's going to cost to buy the family a little bit of a Christmas. So it kind of tells us a brief description of what's going on. So this family this year, it is a recently divorced single dad with 5 kids, and man, it hits me pretty hard. But it just tells us what their kid's name is, how old they are, maybe a few things they need, like some warm socks, pajamas, towels, hoodie or sweatshirt, body wash, toothpaste, toothbrush, winter hats, and then maybe a toy or two that they would like. So it's pretty basic, but I mean, a lot of this is just stuff that they need that they don't have, and there usually is one thing in there, like a splurge item if they were to get a toy. But trust me, we've done this 3 years in a row now, Brian, and we will take care of this family, and we're gonna get a second family from Sawyer right now. There enough? Warm socks, pajamas, towels, jogging pants.
It's hot.
Is that her shoe size now?
How's Joel? What up?
This is for the purchase. Casey actually came in and just took over, freaking mowed it down.
He's just like,
so yeah, we got Legos, we got Barbies, we got winter gloves, winter boots, Nerf guns, makeup. We have our family had 4 kids, ages from I think either 8 or 9 to 14. We went over, but that's tradition.
always.
Shopping's tiring. We're making some progress. Got a full cart. Casey's got the other cart. He's in the toy department currently.
We got all the toys.
I think we have a lot of the needs covered for the family so far, but I think we're doing a good job. I had to go borrow a pen and just, you know, cross some stuff off the list because it's a lot of overwhelming information. It's kind of fun to do, you know. This time of year in any mall or shopping zone, Target, we're in Target, is fairly busy with other people, but there's also a lot of other volunteers that are currently shopping for the Sheds for Santa here too. So it's fun to see everybody walking around and trying to check off the list here. And so let's hope that they're home and they answer the door. That'll be a pretty cool way to end this day. So I think we're about done here, and the next step will be to go get all this stuff wrapped.
Alright, bud, can you help? Yeah, we're gonna wrap it with this paper. Casey does too.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Make sure you don't lose that either.
Okay.
Money
Cool.
in there.
Okay.
That's a heavy one. That's a heavy one too.
You should take a video when they walk in the door.
Yeah, that would be awesome if you could.
Like,
Yeah, they'll be flipped out.
whatever the gift, the list that was submitted, we pretty well
Wow.
got most of the stuff I would say on the list. Not everything, but a good amount of it.
Oh yeah, that's
So every
that is
every kid
awesome.
should have several presents to open,
that's
and then
super
Fred's got some
awesome.
stuff too. So
that's super awesome.
yeah, man, super nice to meet you.
You
Thanks
guys
for
are
coming over.
Very generous
No,
and
happy
very
to help.
thoughtful.
Yeah, thank you,
So,
man.
thank
Thanks
you.
for the opportunity
Yeah,
to do
you
this.
That is about the best way I think we could have asked to have it wrap up. Didn't necessarily have to be there with the family itself, but his brother was here to let us in, and can't wait to hear potentially from him about how that surprise is. He said they are going to flip out when they walk through the door, and the living room is full of gifts. So that's what it's all about, guys. We have always said this from day one, but a foundation of why we started Hush was to give back, and we will continue to do that for as long as we can. We try to make a habit of doing it throughout the year, but this one's always special because it's during the holidays. So I would challenge each of you watching this to get involved with something, somehow, some way in your own communities, and go help others out. That's what the Christmas season is truly about. Sometimes it gets a little bit caught up in buying gifts and other things like that, but it's truly about giving back to others and helping out. So we sure love to be a part of it. And if you're around the Salt Lake community, make sure you join us next year for Sheds for Santa, and come and help us shop and wrap gifts and deliver them.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.